Remember when Bugs Bunny shot someone because he wouldn't stop coughing? Paintings when Scooby and the gang are walking past them. Paintings when they are gone. Do you think they've explored each other's bodies? New NFT drop! Cartoons led me to believe I would have more sandwiches topped with an olive on the toothpick in my life. White people in animes. White people in Western cartoons. Tad and Chad are the cooler versions of Chester and AJ. Souls versus Soulless. Me as a kid watching childish and stupid cartoons. Puberty. Me who still watches them but pirated. Cartoons used to be wholesome back in the day. What happened? Cartoons back in the day? Guys called Courage the Cowardly Dog when anyone would be terrified if they saw this. Police done gave him a Looney Tunes bump. When you learn that this Tom's face isn't from any Tom and Jerry cartoon. Guys in 2014, after someone said, "Do it for the Vine," they'd do anything for the Vine. My favorite cartoon turns 10th, The Amazing World of Gumball. Average Tom and Jerry show plot. Average Tom and Jerry movie plot. You're in your 30s and you still watch cartoons? You people will put an age limit on everything except being stupid. Everything will be fine in the end, Morty. And if it isn't, it's not the end yet. Rick and Morty. Good quote. Cartoons I watched that explained why I'm into gingers. Cartoon characters after noticing they're standing in the air 500 meters above the ground. Me choking on my saliva for no reason in my room. I do this so much now. Why? Photobomb level legendary. When you rule the world for hundreds of years, destroy kingdoms, and end anyone stop in your way or fail you. Have shape-shifting abilities and nothing can harm you to see an old man on a wheelchair tells you to cry to your mama. Cartoon, not safe for work. Modern anime. It's called fan service. If you can get used to this, you can easily get used to this. Michael, don't leave me here. Michael, please. Hello, Pokemon artist. I would like to commission some Digimon art, please. Hey, remember that time Samurai Jack absolutely killed it in heels but got self-conscious? Me and my friend excited to meet after a long time, when we share our problems to each other. Saturday morning cartoons and a bowl of cereal and not a care in the world other than what cartoon is next. Meet my OC Craig. Can a misandrist and misogynist fall in love? Gumball already proved this. The first cartoon to realize there's no bridge below him was probably like, I like how cartoons around the world teach children to bond with animals. Before and after smoking a stick of dynamite disguised as a cigar, when you find out that fully furnished mouse holes look like in Tom and Jerry don't exist in real life after you checked every nook and cranny in your home as a kid. Oh yeah, time to grab the Sonic, why are you saying this? Didn't know you moved this way. These cartoons are very disgusting and offensive. How can they like something so disgusting? They have a very broken humor. Good job, Vizzy Pop, this is real humor. How I've learned about Richard Nixon. Books, internet, Futurama. My morning routine consists of my cat waiting for me to turn on her cartoons. I'm having a breakdown. You'll be okay. How women look versus their abusive ex-boyfriends. Turtles in cartoons when their shells are removed. In real life when their shells are removed. Maturing is realizing Mojo Jojo is the victim. Movie love. It's always been you. It's you. True love. It looks less swollen today. How I talk about SpongeBob SquarePants like I knew him personally. Wait, cartoon characters can now go on Hot Ones? Shout out to Scientific Hubris. Gotta be one of my favorite genders. What is this gif called? I never know how y'all search for it to find it. My last option when I'm losing an argument. When someone hurt me versus when I hurt someone. Candace. Mom, you have to see what Phineas and Ferb did. Look inside. Phineas and Ferb are standing doing nothing. This won't take long. I can just reuse code from another project. The result? Nobody. Cartoon scientists, after they made a mistake in an experiment, be like, cartoons for children, cartoons for adults, jokes about butts. I just want to remind everyone of the time in the 1980s, Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles cartoon, when the Turtles asked Casey Jones to infiltrate a corporate office they believed was linked to Shredder, and this is how he showed up to the interview. He got the job. Satan. You'll have eternal youth, but you'll never be able to sing. Jennifer Lopez. These three guys stand out. Duolingo sentence. Do you want to see more or less of posts like these in your feed? I don't know. I don't know. This is all of us. I'm SpongeBob. Oh, he's dying. Cartoon Network. You think you're better than me? I am better than you. Always been. Kids shows then. We have a variety of art styles and plots to make sure the kids have a creative imagination. Kids shows now, we only exist to sell toys. Some boomer. Your generation is filled with weirdos that sexualize animals in cartoons. Also cartoons in the 60s. So glad I grew up with this and not this, but damn, both are pretty weird. Just a glimpse into my dark, twisted mind. Sony Pictures Animations in a nutshell. We're so back it's over. We're so back it's over. It's over. It's definitely over, guys. Parried the platypus. Behold, the Infinity Gauntlet. With one snap of my fingers as I collect the 6th stone, I will have infinite power. Enough to create more resources for the entire planet. They will worship me as a hero, and I will take over the entire tri-state area. What? Kill half of all people? What kind of crazy person would do that? You see, Perry the Platypus, when I was growing up, my parents only let me eat half of all my meals. An important lesson. Love is like a fart. If you have to force it, it's probably crap. Why is she so mad at you? Well, women have these things in their bodies called expectations. I love your Japanese accent. Say that again. Excuse-imasen, kaie. What did I just say? I'm peeing myself so hard every time I see this. Oh, do you like my top? Yes, he seems very nice. Imagine if these three got into an argument. I think Gumball's mum would win. I can't believe I forgot her name. I'm so sorry. How I slept in 2020 while my teacher was yelling at me through the Zoom call. You younglings with your Crunchyroll and licensed subs on everything are missing out on the true weeb experience. There was small subgroups doing whatever the hell they wanted with their translations. A nugget like this will never happen. Someone moves a chair. The timeline. I created a timeline of Hell of a Boss. I think it's pretty accurate. What do you think about it? September 30th, October 1st. Born to, but forced to have a job. Yeah, very sad. My fan cast for the live action. What did they tell? How did they tell Chris Pratt to pose for his headshot? Why is he doing that? We all talk about piss. Sorry, I didn't finish this post because Tumblr wanted me to add a GIF, and this was the first one suggested, and I was laughing so hard to remember what I was going to say. The second season of Adventure Time, Fiona and Cake, officially premieres on October 23rd. There has been literally zero marketing with season 2. Cartoon Network teaching kids about racism really has me crying. You know what it feels like to simply be judged on how you look? Of course I do. I'm part robot. Wait, what? Part other what? My dad couldn't find Google Chrome, so I did this. Cartoon Network. Teen Titans Go is for kids. Teen Titans Go? This isn't that bad. What if you were swimming in the ocean and some krill swam up to you and went, if looks could krill? That would be funny, I think. I would not be amused. Average cartoon channel starter pack. Either loves it or hates it. Gets mad at some random baby movie that hardly anyone knows about. These two poses. Drake's barber. Cutting that heart into his hairline for the 700th time. There are two types of hear me out. These baby photos of SpongeBob and Squidward. My babies. When I see someone criticizing a media I liked as a kid, even though they're right. Different people during quarantine be like, I was the person playing games and it's not even on here. Pink Patrick, you big pink a-hole. You've doomed us all. Timothy Chalamet reveals new bold look to mixed reactions. My balls in my underwear. I gotta make sure they don't get twisted. The mice shall inherit the earth. What are you talking about, man? Forget about it. If somebody asks for pregnant Mario, I'm going to cry. Can you do pregnant Mario? I had a stroke trying to read this. Pig, whoa. Imagine showing this frame to an Adventure Time fan in 2011. They would have thought that is Finn grown up and that's her daughter. When you've got your playlist on shuffle and a song reminds you of fine shite you fumbled 2 years ago. I love how Daniel Chong is directing this. The animals look like CGI versions of We Bare Bears characters. I blink and it's been 4.5 years since DuckTales ended. CNN? No, we don't watch CNN. We watch Cartoon Network. A new adult cartoon on Netflix. A few seconds in. How dare you, Sharon? Cheat in broad daylight? I can't continue like this, Sharon. Oh, come on. The youth say it all the time. Riz is not an acceptable word in Scrabble. What do you think Doofenshmirtz's reputation is among the background dancers he's always bringing in? There's this eccentric pharmacist who lives in a penthouse and likes to put on musical theater for his pet duck. It's a weird gig, but he pays on time and he's very professional during rehearsal. 6 p.m. That's enough. Good night. 10-year-old me, wondering why Nobita got 0 on his test, when the paper was clearly full of ticks. The 4 horsemen of characters who are overhated and clowned on so much. I hate Meg. Sasha's just a kid. My childhood in a picture. I loved Johnny Test. We've got Chowder. We've got, Adventures of Flapjack. You guys remember that? Ben 10, yeah. These were all good. This gadget will upgrade Boss's brain into an AI-powered brain. I smell something something burning. Is that normal? Pure cringe, and it's just Mordecai. Lukewarm take, but at least Finn and Steven have the excuse of being teenagers, riddled with trauma. Mordecai was pulling his BS well into his mid to late 20s, the look they give public domain cartoon characters before they're given their own bad horror movie. They're just funny little cartoons. They can't really change the world. Never underestimate the power of a dank meme. Who's more greedy? Mr. Krabs literally sold SpongeBob's soul for 62 cents. It's not a competition. Literally the most frustrating episode. I hated her in this episode. She kept asking for macaroni. What Puberty did to my friends. What Puberty did to me. Stupid, big stupid. When you look at two posts that are very much alike but have been produced by two different blogs. Nobody. The boys' bathroom. Your hot dog is no match for my bratwurst. Pinky and the Brain were based on two producers at Warner Bros. Animations. And I can't get over how they really just drew these guys as mice without changing anything else. What's your most controversial cartoon opinion? Your favorite childhood show with 124 episodes. 3 holiday specials and a movie does not need a reboot. Reboots should be reserved for shows that were cut short or didn't get the attention they deserved when they first came out. Let the ring bearer decide. We'll go to the mines. How are we going to get out of here? We'll dig our way out. No, dig up, stupid. I love these lazy Saturdays. It's Wednesday, Homer. Every day is a Saturday when you're unemployed. I just can't wait to be king. Gets what he wanted. Runs away to eat bugs. Remember watching Saturday morning cartoons with a big bowl of cereal? Everyone just seemed happier then, you know? There were like great cartoons, hot dog slices. You could poop your pants and no one would even care. It was the best. Are you just talking about being a baby? I think they are. You think all robots are just built by humans to make their lives easier? Well, aren't they? I've never made anyone's life easier and you know it. I've only made their lives harder. The only cartoon to have more than one outfit. Come on, we got the Weekenders. I didn't watch this. Remember when cartoons got emotional? Yeah, I remember when they made you feel emotions. I don't have two wolves inside me. I have these guys, visualizing in the mirror the man I want to become. Why are you covering up with a towel? You run around without pants on every single day. What happens in your head when you do 27 plus 48? Please respond. I'm trying to see something. Yeah, I can fit it into my schedule. Don't worry, even though I look like I'm dying right now. Universe takes place in the late 90s to early 2000s. Cake's boyfriend store receipt. 2024? Me. Insane cohort of Adventure Time characters in one frame. My brother's a mechanic, so he's often oily and pungent. I have, however, found a solution. Sorry, Batman, you gotta go. Added hair for dramatic effect. We're putting them in a car wash. Family Guy full 1998 pilot episode has been discovered. It was considered lost media for almost 30 years. Was it a good episode? In the show Invincible, you can tell the men and women apart easily because men don't have lips. Meet the greatest betrayers. Gangnam Style 2 cancelled. Oh no. Lattice climbing. My fear of heights. I came out to have a good time and I'm honestly feeling so attacked right now. I'm not really scared of heights. AI will take your job. Meanwhile, AI. Those two guys in the Minecraft server who just do nothing and die. Please tell me I'm not the only one who remembers this show. You might have childhood trauma if you remember any of these. Wait, why do I recognize the one on the right? Is that what I think it is? It shows the, you know, thing? Oh no. My mum comes into my room the same way Timmy Turner's dad does. I'm respecting your privacy by knocking, but I'm asserting my authority as your parent by coming in anyway. Dear autocorrect, at no point have I ever meant ducking. Good news, everyone. I've just created a device which forces you to read this in my voice. Sorry, I haven't watched Futurama, but I'm sure you just sound like an old man. What's the oral history on how Care Bears, a low-budget Canadian cartoon for kids about caring bears and who lived a land called Care a Lot, decided to spend 8 episodes of their 3rd and final season during a Star Trek parody instead. POV. Your mum is on a trip for more than 2 days and it's just you, your siblings and your dad at home. When I was a kid for some reason, I thought Lola Bunny's last name was Rabbit, and that she actually was Jessica and Roger's daughter. And the reason she wasn't in the original Looney Tunes is that she wasn't born yet. I mean, can you blame me? Look at them and look at her. She's got a good blend of both of their features. 80s cartoons versus 90s cartoons. Sad endings for iconic cartoon characters. Tweety Bird wouldn't retire either. Squint your eyes. Be warned, I've warned you guys. Me everywhere because I can't see from afar. Don't awe me, I'm gangster. It's November the 2nd, 2002. I watch a cartoon that makes me cry. I'm 23 years old. It is summer 2013. I watch a cartoon that makes me cry. I'm 34. And it never stops. You will always cry and you will always watch a cartoon. I need only one thing for my birthday this year. That's a cake. I think I saw the main character of an anime today. He was out with who I assume was his girlfriend. And they literally looked like this. guess. It's a match made in heaven. Gotta bless the timeline with some nostalgia. Who remembers all of these shows? Never watched Wonder Over Yonder, Slug It Out, Kid vs. Nope, only watched Kung Fu Panda.